Alright, in this video we shall be looking at tricks to finding percentages of a given number. First, to find 10% of a given number, you divide by 10. Let's look at this example. 10% of 20. So we divide 20 by 10, and that gives you 2. So 10% of 20 is 2. The reason is because 10% is 1 over 10. So 1 over 10 of 20 simply means 20 divided by 10, and that gives you 2. Next, to find 20% of a number, you divide by 5. 20% is 1/5. So let's look at this example. 20% of 25. So let's divide 25 by 5, and that gives you 5, because 20% is 1/5, and 1/5 of 25 is 5. Next, to find 25% of a number, you divide by 4. 25% is 1/4. So let's look at this example. 25% of 40. So we're looking at quarter of 40. 40 divided by 4, and that gives you 10. Next, to find 50% of a number, you divide by 2. 50% is simply half. Okay, so 50% means half. Let's look at this example. 50% of 60. So we're looking for half of 60. That is 60 divided by 2, and that gives 30. Right? Let's look at this. To find 75% of a number, you divide by 4 and then multiply by 3. You know that in 75, we can say 75 is like saying 25 times 3, right? And when you're finding 25% of a number, that is quarter of that number. So you multiply by 3 so that you can get 75%. Let's look at this example. 75% of 160. First, we divide 160 by 4. That is 25% of 160, and that gives you 40. And so for you to get 75, to get 75%, you multiply by 3, and that gives you 120. Next, to find 60% of a number, you divide by 5 and then multiply by 3. Why? Now, you know that when we're talking about 20%, we said 20% is 1/5, and 20 times 3 gives you 60, right? So you can just say 20% first, and then whatever you get, you multiply by 3, because 20 times 3 gives you 60. So let's look at this example. 60% of 45. First, let's get 20%, which is divided by 5, and that gives you 9. And then you multiply by 3, and that gives you 27.